Anthropic has just released routines. Now, this is a massive update for anyone looking to run scheduled tasks via Claude Code without keeping their computer on, like you have to do most of the time. Now, routines allows you to schedule tasks on the cloud, on Claude's cloud infrastructure. So we can actually have scheduled tasks running for us in the background without keeping our computer on. Now, this is a huge update. We can run these tasks 3 different ways. We can basically just say to Claude, can you set up a schedule for me? We can create an API call, or we can set it up in response to an event. Now, like I mentioned, routines run on Claude Code's web infrastructure, so nothing depends on your laptops being open, which is amazing. There are a couple things to note. This isn't going to replace your old end-to-end workflow that's going to be scheduled to run hundreds of times a day. This is currently built for an individual who's just looking to schedule a couple tasks. Now, I believe there is a limit. Max plan users, I believe it's 15 scheduled tasks in 24 hours, but I'll keep you updated on that. That is what it is currently. But yeah, let me jump into Claude and I'll show you how to set one of these up. So I'm inside of VS Code and I'm chatting to Claude right now. All I need to do is type in /schedule. Give it a second. And you can see that it has come back with this. So it's asking me for a GitHub repo URL. This is something that is required with routines, because how they work is once the automation or scheduled automation has run, Claude will push that information to your GitHub, and then when you come back to Claude, Claude will fetch it from your GitHub. So that is a requirement with the new routines, but it's easy to set up. But that's all you would have to do inside of Claude Code, inside of VS Code or Cursor or Anti-Gravity or however you use it, or whatever IDE you use. I'm going to show you how to do it within the Claude desktop app. So again, Claude desktop app here. All I need to do is come to the left-hand sidebar, click on routines, click on new routine, and instead of clicking on local, we click on remote. Here we can set up our workflow, and again, you need to select a GitHub repository. Now, it's super easy to get set up with GitHub and Claude. All you need to do, I'll just move myself out of the way, come down here, hit settings, click on connectors, and you can see GitHub integration there. All you need to do is just sign in through GitHub, and basically it's connected. It's as simple as that. So click on remote there. I'm going to select Claude testing, which is a repo that I set up for this video. And then I'm just going to paste in a prompt for a routine or a scheduled workflow that I have set up already, which is basically a morning digest. So every time I open my computer, I'll have a summary of my day going forward and a task list. So I'm going to get that in there. One thing I wanted to mention before I get that routine set up is that I would recommend installing the Claude GitHub app if you want to have webhooks firing off from your GitHub to Claude. It's super simple to do. Just go to Google, type in Claude GitHub app and sign in, and then just install it up there. But yeah, essentially Claude's going to push the run of the routine to your GitHub, and that's where it will live. Okay, so I've got my prompt pasted in here, given it a name. Now, when you scroll down, you can select a trigger. Like I mentioned previously in the docs page, there are 3 ways to trigger this workflow or automation. Now, one being a schedule trigger, the next being a GitHub event, or an API trigger from your own code by sending a post request. But super simple to do. I'm just going to set it up and just put daily at 9 and then make sure I've got my GitHub connected, and then I'm just going to hit create. So you can see I've got my morning digest set up. I'm just going to hit run now and we can give this a test. We can see what's going on in real time, which is really nice. So Claude has finished up. You can see that we have a tick next to the manual generation. So if I go back to GitHub, we can see that we have some new folders in this GitHub repository. So we have a vault, context, commands. Let's have a look what we have here. It's written us markdown files, current priorities. Have a vault there, so where some more information is stored. And this was all in the prompt that I gave it. So you can give it whatever prompt you want. This was just for an example straight from my personal assistant. Just copy and paste it in just to test this out. But essentially that's how routines are now going to work. So everything will be pushed to your GitHub repository. So make sure you get that set up. It's really easy to do, like I showed you earlier in this video. But yeah, that's all I wanted to jump on here and show you today. Come on here, test it out. Let me know what routines you set up. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and I'll see you all shortly.